And of course, from South Africa, all the way to Morocco, from Nigeria, all the way to Zimbabwe. Oh my goodness, from the United States of America, all the way to UK, China, Australia, oh my goodness, to the deepest parts of Cyprus. Coming live from Nairobi, Kenya. This is Kenya's fastest rising YouTube talk show. This is Dr. Ofweneke Live. Of course, coming live through your phone, through your house, through your TV that you probably have not even finished paying for it, but you are using it. It's okay. We're encouraging you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is the Eagle himself. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. And of course, before we continue, a big shout out to each and every single person, our partners that are part of making this show a success that it is. A big shout out, of course, to all the guys who have been commenting on the comment section from our first episode, our second episode, all through the other episodes. You're showing us so much love. Those also giving us positive criticism, asanteni sana, because we are growing together. Those also who are hating, we are also hating on your old phone. We are hating on your old seats that you are watching from us from. We really wish we could say something nice, but God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, Articulate Media, of course, for making sure that our production is perfect. The picture is clear, of course, for all your choices. Of course, if you have a wedding event and you want to do the best of production, Articulate asanteni sana, of course. Thank you so much to YOLO Creative Agency for the marketing and the PR of the show. And of course, asanteni sana to Nairobi's only place. You see, I am classy. I only do classy places. And of course, if I'm talking about class, good food, good ambience, various branches, a good place to chill, have a meeting with the clans. We are talking about Pete's Cafe. And of course, we are coming live from Pete's Cafe, Ark Place, Nyangumi Road. Where do they call it Nyangumi Road of all the places? Okay, Nyangumi Road, yes, that's where we're coming from, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, thank you so much. Let me cut the story short. Let's get straight into it. A gentleman that I love by force, and there's nothing you can do about it. A gentleman I respect. A man was grown to be just no more than a friend, but a covenant brother. A man who I know I can always rush to and call any time that I need a big brother to speak to. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's most sought after corporate talk giver, corporate coach, and of course a pastor, and more so. We have a few other things in common, but one most important thing we have in common is the fact that we are only father to girls and girls alone. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Robert Burale.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Let me not stand up. Guys are saying I laugh too much. Today I'm serious. There's no laughing on this show. So Burale, tell us about yourself. That sounds like a useless question. I never like you to ask that question. Let's start from here. Tuko.co.ke. Thank you, Pastor CJ. Tuko.co.ke, and of course many other blogs over the years have listed you as one of the most eligible bachelors in Kenya. First of all, we need to know, is there a problem why you're not married?
Well, there's no problem at all.
You've been single for too long. I am tired as your brother, actually.
What is being single?
Single is just being alone.
I may not be married. Doesn't mean I'm single.
Why are you always trying not to make sense? What is wrong with all this? What are you trying to say?
There is being married and there's being single.
Okay, let me see like a class 2 child. Explain to me, what are you trying to say?
I'm just trying not to answer your question. Anyway, I'm okay. I will marry at the right time. I don't have the grace to be single. I know at the right time, I will marry.
Brother, are you dating?
Keep your eyes open, keep your ears on the ground.
I don't like the way you're trying to be diplomatically
the
correct.
blogs are waiting right now.
Yes. Exclusive on Dr. Ofweneke's show. Let me ask, what is your idea? Because I find you as a very intelligent, classy man. Of course, after 11 years in the UK.
Yes, sir.
Did I say that?
You know what I'm saying?
What is your choice of a woman? What is Burale's choice of a woman?
A woman who understands herself in Christ.
One?
That's one and everything.
That's all.
If you understand yourself in Christ, everything else falls into place.
So physically, like a woman with a big nose?
Now, I don't want to go into the physicalities because if you connect with somebody deep on the inside, there are other things that you can overlook. What are my be-all and end-all? Is somebody who has the right identity, somebody who knows what they want, and people who really have a focus and a vision for their lives. But many people marry because of big hips. Is that it? There's somebody out there with bigger hips than yours. If you marry somebody because they're light-skinned, there's another one who is lighter than that one. So there has to be something on the inside. And I'm not ignoring and rubbishing the physical aspect of it, because, of course, you want somebody beautiful and all that. And but the first thing is on the inside. Bible says, I'll give you a partner suitable to yourself. It's in purpose. Is that person connected to your purpose? Do they understand who you are in Christ, what God has called you to do? Do you also understand who they are? A woman has come from the man's rib, meaning they were connected before they even found each other.
What?
You understand what I'm saying?
I've never looked at it that way.
Yes. The person who is sorted for you is somebody who was with you before you met. That's why the woman came from the man's rib. So we have to look for the rib that will connect to that missing rib. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's a whole sermon on its own.
Absolutely. So what does that mean? You are connected in purpose, in friendship, and every other thing. But we're at a generation where people are looking for the lady with the biggest hips in the estate.
Unless you can eat those hips when you're hungry.
And you see, and Daktari, I'm not saying beauty and these other things are not important, but they cannot be the first thing we rush to. You can meet somebody, they're beautiful, but they're not connected to your purpose. You understand? Then what's the point? You'll be frustrated. So two people meet for purpose. That is the most important thing. And then things like love, friendship, all those things fall into place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're listening and taking notes. If you're also asking, is the purpose only giving birth with that person? Or is there more to that person? Look at it that way. Let me ask, have you ever been heartbroken? But then we've never had this conversation. Have you ever been heartbroken? Burale, have you been dumped?
Yes. With a song called It Must Have Been Love, but It's Over Now. By Roxette, many, many years ago. I think I was in high school.
What did you do wrong?
It must have been love, but it's over now.
Do you remember the name of that girl?
Yes. I know she's watching. I'll not mention her name.
No, of course, it's a random name. She wouldn't know.
Trust me, it's not a random name.
How did it feel? Do you still remember how it felt?
Oh, no, I've moved on from there.
And if you met her right now?
I've bumped into her. I say hi to her. It was many years ago. I was in high school.
Oh, my goodness.
Bro, no, I'm healed from that.
Now you're a different person.
Yes,
Wholly.
yes.
And I love the way, the fact that the person keeps on changing and improving. It's like you're connected to a certain software. You just keep on changing and improving every single time. What is that one, if you're to go back 20 years back, what should you tell the Burale who is 20 years?
Be careful about the friends you have.
I'm listening.
Burale of 20 years ago, I would say be careful who you connect with. Choose your friends wisely. Because the Bible says, only a fool does not know bad company corrupts good morals. Whoever you lend your ears to and your time to determine the direction of your life. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm the perfect one. Maybe even somebody else is saying, I wish I'd never met Burale.
Someone also cut you off.
Exactly. You understand? But what I would tell a younger Burale is be very selfish with your connections. And that's what I'll tell young people right now. Young people meet in a club, they smoke shisha, strawberry flavor, and you're smoking strawberry flavor and you become best of friends.
So because we shared a bong, they call it bongs.
Yes, whatever that is, yes. But we need to look at things deeper on value system, on beliefs, and how you have connected. Otherwise, many people have short-circuited their upward mobility simply because they have connected to the wrong socket.
I hope it feels like a wisdom nugget show. I mean, I hope you guys are taking notes with their pens and papers and everything. So first of all, choose wisely. So are there some certain type of special cluster of friends that one should have? Like a friend for this, a friend for this, a friend for this?
I don't want to say transactional friendships because some of the transactional friendships are very fake. But I'm talking about honest friendships.
True.
And I've said this before. Somebody who knows your strengths is not intimidated or jealous with your strengths. Somebody who knows your weaknesses cannot use your weaknesses against you.
True.
Somebody who has been where you aspire to be and is confident that they can help you get to where they are or even become better. And that friend, doctor, who can fight for you in your absence. We have many friends who gossip you in your absence. But that friend who says, I would rather not sit here, let me walk out, I will not sit here and listen to you talking about my friend. So if you have those kind of 4 friends, you're okay. And if you have more, and I've said this again, if you have more than 5 best friends, go and get your head checked.
But why would you be having more than 5 best friends? I wouldn't also understand.
In this generation, you have people who have 20 best friends. What we do, we mistake seasonal friendship for lifetime friendships. Yes. And when you extend beyond a season, it starts being poisonous. During the summer, you will not wear a jacket because it's hot. But if you enter from a winter season into summer, for example, you had your jacket in your winter season. When you get to the summer season, the jacket is not necessary. So what happens, the jacket was important and valuable in the winter season, but it will be painful and uncomfortable in the summer season. So you have to know seasonal connections, but don't confuse seasonal connections based on emotions to lifetime connections.
So lazima ujue time ya ending somebody where you're like...
There are some connections that are absolutely seasonal. That is why if I ask you today, you mentioned some people, you're like, oh, I didn't see that person from 5 years ago. You did not have an issue with that person. Your paths just went differently. You know, different paths.
Purposes
but
changed.
There was nothing wrong. And there are others who, you'd say, this guy has been my friend for the last 30 years. So seasonal friendships must end when the season is over. It doesn't mean you are enemies. It just means now the paths are done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ofweneke live. Articulate Media, your lucrative agency, of course, coming live from Pete's Cafe, Arc Place, right in Yangomi. Of course, we are hosting the one and only Dr. Robert Burale, and of course, the CEO, RB Company. We've heard about friendships because I'm also that place whereby there are friends who I'm leaving behind, moving on to the next level, and there are friends who I'm working with to the next level. So I think I'm also growing into learning something.
Absolutely.
But now, as we put aside friendship, you've been very, how do I call it? You have been very vocal at times when it comes to issues about fatherhood. And you and your daughter, Lexi, you do even TikTok videos together. Is this something you learned from Mzae? Ama, you're dealing now from your own kind of a script of being a father?
My dad was a fun guy.
How was it? How was Mr. Wanguria?
Mr. Wanguria was a very solid man. Absolutely solid, godly man. Reached the highest of the highest in the corporate sector.
Yes.
Very solid. Had his fun times. We would dance with him. Fun times. We would watch wrestling together.
Nice.
But how I handle my daughter is based on my personality. I may be a pastor out there, a counselor, a mentor, a CEO, but to my daughter, I'm a father. And I urge every man, especially fathers to daughters, not to bring their corporate mood into their house, not to come and be too serious. There's a time to be serious, but let your daughters, I'm talking to fathers to daughters, see the fun side. I'm telling you I dance with my daughters, but there'll come a time then I may not be able to do that because of age. You understand? She will now need to grow into another being, into another season of her life. But I can sit here, and I sit here with absolute confidence to say I have seen the benefits of being a friend to my daughter. I mean, it builds the girl's confidence to levels that you never, ever imagined. I have seen the level of confidence. I have seen the way she has improved on her social skills. Because social skills out there is important. There will be a time I will have to let go and say, now go and face the world. What will I have taught her by the time I'm releasing her to the world? It's just like a football manager.
True.
You're in the training ground. But once they cross the line, you can only sit from the sidelines and see what the players are doing. You cannot jump in and try and get the penalty.
No matter what.
So while you still have the players in the training ground, make sure you do everything you have to do. And as fathers, we need, let me tell you, I will dance with my daughter. I will sing. We pray together. We worship together. We cook. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because all this is building a holistic person. And I know when I'm old, I will look back and I say, thank God I was present and I did some of these things.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But what about fathers generally? Are we, because we've really been having, and I think if there are men who have been very keen in championing, in rediscovering and bringing back the man that the society is expecting. You've been very keen on that, and of course the men conference and the men talks and everything. Where do you think the rain started beating us? As men, is it because we became timid? Are we feeling intimidated by how much women have been empowered? What is happening to the today man?
To be honest, Dr. Ofweneke, I would not want to blame the empowerment of the woman.
Yes.
Because that is not a crime. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I'm just talking about the mentors. When you see a 35-year-old or 40-year-old behaving in a certain way, it wasn't that it started when he was 35.
Come on.
It started when he was 15. So we need, like right now, we need to capture the boys from the age of 10 for them to be responsible at 25.
Where are the fathers? Where are the fathers?
Now,
right?
what has happened is some of our mentors maybe let us down. So the fathers of now are trying to recover while still trying to raise others.
Oh.
So we are stretching ourselves. So what do we need? Is to go into the ICU very quickly. Be put on life support machine. Let the lungs and the heart beat of the father start having the regular beats. Because even in an aeroplane, when you're being told about in case of the unlikely whatever, when the oxygen mask comes out, fix yours first before you fix your child's. So we are trying to fix ours and the children at the same time. So we are stretching. We need to quickly heal ourselves. But sometimes, and I'll say this without fear, is that we are still bitter with the ones who were there before us. But for how long will you be bitter? For how long will you be hitting on each other, crushing each other? We are like an army. We need to help each other recover quickly, because one lost man is a whole family with no direction.
Hey, that's deep. That's deep.
When you crush the seed carrier, you have affected the future generation. So having a society with men who are still hurting and have not healed, strong enough to build the others, is like having a right leg on a banana peel and a left leg on a slippery floor. We are on shaky ground.
Basically, a spoiled towing truck cannot carry another spoiled car.
Absolutely. And that's where we are. So we just need to come back together as men, forgive the ones who hurt us, ask for forgiveness to the ones we hurt, and recover quickly, heal our wounds. Our young ones, or the young men behind us, are not looking for perfect skins. They are looking for healed scars.
Yeah. My God, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching from River Place. This is Dr. Ofweneke live, of course. Dr. Robert Burale, of course, on the show. Hi. Now, connecting that story, I'm really passionate, especially right now. I'm at a place where I'm really passionate about marriage, and especially mine. And every single day, I wake up as a man and I'm asking myself, what can I do to make my marriage work? But our generation is, I don't want to say we're failing, but is it because we are not really getting the idea of how to? Is it because the man has also lost the essence, or the man is getting bored with making marriage work? What is happening as a marriage counselor? What is happening? Because the number of ladies who are single and successful, driving their own cars, invested in companies, but are without a man, are so many. And they're watching, and some of them are commenting and typing right now. Where are we going wrong? And are we going to sort this out?
First and foremost, I would not equate true success to a big car. I would not equate true success to a big house. And I would not blame the men for failed marriages or lack of marriages. If there's a divorce, for example, both man and woman had a part to play. Exactly. If there is a lack of marriage, it's also because of the season or what the world has shifted to. When you go on the social media platforms, they inform the direction the world will take, and many people are asleep. That's why when you go and you're saying married, single, or it's complicated, it appears normal that you have married, single, or it's complicated. or open relationship. The messaging is not about married or single. The messaging is to make you comfortable with it's complicated or open relationship.
It's selling you to you your
So
idea.
from 14, if you start seeing that, at 18, then if it's complicated, if you're in an open relationship, it's okay. Because a lot of things are informed by the social media. So we are asleep. The messaging is going to our children. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Divorce now is like opening a can of soda.
Today I was hearing on the radio, one of TD Jake's daughters has officially gone out and said she's just gotten a divorce.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm like, if it's so bad that even TD Jakes himself, inside his house, there can be a divorce case, then what are we losing as a society? Where are we going wrong in terms of making this thing work?
For me, I'm very old-fashioned. I still need us to go back to the traditions where men will go and speak to the older men in the villages. The ladies will go to their aunties. And you're just told about marriage. We are going to Facebook, Instagram to learn about marriage. And marriage on Instagram is showing your thighs and your breasts.
Oh.
Now, there's an age you will reach, the thighs will fall, the breasts will be running away from each other, your six-pack will become 1.5. Where is the value system? Let's go back to the village. Sit with those old men. What was their secret? What was their secret?
But the ladies have been saying this reason why they're not going back to their moms in the village, because their moms were old school and were not woke enough.
But let me ask you a question. Those mothers, were they not a success by raising children?
Come on, they were?
Yes. It's just this, sorry to use these words, nonsense of modernization of some institution that should be still culturalized for its own success. I'm not saying we do things that are biblically wrong. No. But there are places in culture where, you see, right now, when there's an issue in a marriage, what do people do? They rush to social media.
Exactly.
Times back, when there's an issue, they run to the wisdom of the ones who have been there before them. Now, social media largely, when you ask somebody, my husband is doing this, my wife is doing this, help me. The person who is typing when you've just posted is bitter and maybe has a bad day and writes something out of emotions. And you make a lifetime decision on somebody's short-term emotion. And then you damage yourself. And then you'll be angry, and then you'll be the one damaging somebody else who will also seek advice.
So you have a relationship issue, type it up, push it on social media, then look for somebody who relates with that issue, then you find solace.
Yes.
I didn't do on Instagram, and I go through the same thing.
We just need to go back to, let's go to the wisdom of our fathers. And we're in a generation where we think if a man is poor, he has no wisdom. If a man lives in the village, if an auntie lives in the village, they have no wisdom. Who said wisdom is with the people who drive big cars only? Some of the people driving big cars as empty could be. Actually as empty as the Arsenal trophy cabinet.
No, now the show will close. The show will close. Arsenal will not be mentioned in any... Are you able to apologize, please, kindly? We can't just come.
I'm a Manchester fan, I can't apologize.
So this part will just be about me from the beginning till the end. By a producer, you'll cut every part of Burale. Goodness, can't just be joking like that.
So let's go back to the to old fashioned. Even in parenthood, there are some things we are trying to ape that we shouldn't.
Like beating the children.
Let me tell you something.
I don't think you are about to be diplomatically correct.
No. This thing of telling children, you've done something very wrong, stand in that corner and face the wall for 10 minutes. Let me ask you.
They're normally like that.
Yes, how will it help?
They're thinking about their life and their mistakes.
You are telling a teenager to face the wall for 10 minutes. Well, you should have seen your teenager in the club last week twerking. So facing the wall is what they like. Yeah. You know, that I will not buy you pizza. Well, some of us never grew up with pizza anyway. We'll deny you, we'll change the Wi-Fi password. So what? They have the neighbors, which is next door. Yeah. So, Dr. Ofweneke, there is a problem and we are hiding our head in the sand. I think we just need to face some of these things head on. Yeah. But the problem, it's all about social media. It's about this is where the world is heading to. So what? Even
Stop being old
Jesus
school.
was the same yesterday, today, and forever. There is something about being solid and deep in your foundation. I dance with my daughter, but trust me, I have some old fashion in me.
So when it comes to discipline,
My daughter's mother is very modern, but when it comes to discipline, she doesn't joke.
I thought I'm the only one who disciplines the old-fashioned way.
No. Let me tell you. In fact, me, I think I borrow a lot from Mama Lexi. She can be a friend. But when you just go off, she knows how to bring you back in line.
Yeah.
Yes. She's very solid in that area.
Let's and of course a big shout out to her. Of course, Lex as well. When you come from school, of course, you're going to be watching this as your uncle and your dad talk about you, how famous you've become. Of course, you can see, of course, the TikTok video. There's a picture of a TikTok how they're doing on TikTok. You can see on the screen over there. As we're almost finishing up on the conversation, one of the things I have come to admire you, not only as a brother but also as a friend,
Yes, sir.
and a fellow public figure, is how you've been able to deal with public backlash. Bro, mimi nimechapwa na social media.
Yes.
You know me, I've been chappered until I become immune. I don't feel anything anymore. You write a story about Ofweneke. But now, if there's a gentleman who I have met, bro, you have a bulletproof. Does it affect you when you wake up today in the morning and a blog decides to go and take issues about your ex-marriage and write about it many years later on, goes and said, oh, I don't know, he took this money of mine and writes a story about it. Oh, the other day I saw something about, I don't like the way Burale does TikTok videos with the daughter. I feel like it's not a good fatherhood trait. How are you able to immerse and toughen up with all this?
Number one is to understand everybody's a purpose. It's who you're serving, what's the difference is. For me, I know my purpose. And if you expect to wake up every day and people will agree with you, then you're not living in this world.
True, sir.
Some people's work is to wake up to abuse you. Let them do it.
Nothing else.
Let them do it.
Bundles are cheap in Kenya.
But this is what I'll tell you. If you in this life, the day you are born to the day you will die, there are opportunities that will come. And those opportunities are time-bound. All right? So you may get into season 7 of your life, and the opportunities of season 7 require your attention for the success of season 8.
Come on.
Now, when somebody bashes you in season 7, and you turn to look at the bashing, guess what is happening? You're missing your opportunities. So it's to keep your focus, because on that great day, or in that great day, you will be asked by God, what did you do with what I gave you? Or you will not say, but a blog said this, so I didn't do what you told me to do. Not at all. The way to deal with these things is to keep your focus and keep on moving. Always remember that. It will help you. Keep on moving.
Know your truth and move.
My ex-wife's issues have been brought.
1,000
I
times.
never, ever discuss my ex-wife with people. What for? We have to respect her space. She's a great woman of God who deserves her respect.
True.
So now, I will not feed people's appetite for gossip by saying something which will be taken and twisted, and it will be the wrong headlines for clickbaiting. Doing TikToks with my daughter?
It's none of your business.
No, I'll say this. I have seen the benefits of my grace as a father when it comes to my daughter.
I love the way you put your...
No, I'm a very proud father.
I know that.
When I look at my daughter, as a father, I think I've done the best I could. Her mother has done a fantastic job. And you know what? We are taking care of this girl on behalf of God. At some point, we'll be old and old and old. Let her flourish to become who she wants to be. And when she becomes that great woman, I will thank God for some of the TikToks I did with her.
So, moral of the story, open a TikTok page with your daughters. My Debbie is on YouTube.
Yes.
Debbie's around 7 years now. And I'm saying I've not gone into the YouTube page to watch it yet because I don't know if I'm scared that I will see me.
Yes.
In Debbie.
But it's important to always monitor your children's social media at a young age, if they're on social media, because we have crazy people out there who prey at young people. We live in a very wicked and warped society. So always check.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ofweneke live coming right from Pete's Cafe. And of course, all of our other branches, of course, are on the screen, where you can also come and just have a good time, have coffee, have good food, have a good meeting, enjoy the ambience. Of course, there are days we actually have some nice, successful music. There are days we have some salsa. There are days we just want to chill, and that only happens, of course, at Pete's Cafe. And of course, if you want to get the best of quality of production, video, still cameras, and everything, Articulate Media is the place to be. And of course, right now, Nairobi is currently #1 PR and marketing and events company, your creative agency, coming right through to give you the best of the best. As we finish up, bro, and of course, Pal Collections have made sure that I'm conducive enough for this conversation. You see, I respect my brother so much, I will not just come here looking like an apology, like you always say. I had to make sure I'm looking like all the utamoness, my God. Oh, gosh. Bro, as you finish up.
I'm also well dressed, Bwana.
Hey, bro, you've chopped a good one, eh?
This
I hadn't noticed the songs.
This is divine.
Divine collection.
Of course.
Hey, Mercy, a big shout out to you. My friend and me, we love each other from afar.
Very good lady.
But an amazing lady with a hard-working woman.
Absolutely.
Asante sana. Bro, as we finish up, because of course I'm seeing my producers doing this to me. As we finish
Why do producers do that thing?
I don't know.
Just chop the fingers.
And already they have already put for me timing over there. As we finish up, I'm very keen on asking every prospective public figure who looks like they also have a leadership trait in them. We're getting into elections. And most of the time we joke about this politics thing. And there's a point you actually call yourself the president. Where are we heading with this as we finish up? Are we looking at the future MP, Senator, Governor, Busia? Are we looking at the next president of Kenya at some point?
Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears on the ground. But for this year, allow me just to say this.
Yes.
To the politicians, we have to be very careful about some of the things we say. You know, and when I look at social media, which is supposed to be the educated lot in this country, yes. People abusing each other, and there's tribal bigotry. I think we need to be extremely, extremely careful. We have to have a lot of wisdom as politicians, or they, I'm not saying we, as politicians. I know who I'll vote for. I have my vote in my pocket. You understand? But having said that, we have to be very careful about what we say.
Important.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And of course, it's also important that you don't complain about your bad leaders if you don't have a voter's card. So please, it's important. Collect a vote, go vote. So don't leave the rest of us, we go choose a leader, then you start blaming the leaders that we have chosen. So please, go and take a vote as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for every single person that is watching. This is Dr. Ofweneke live, Pete's Cafe, Art Place, Yambubi Road, of course. Thank you so much, and of course, with a beautiful tea that we've been having over here.
It's very nice.
Thank you so much. You like it?
This
then
is
it
the best,
came with some decoration.
This is the best hot chocolate I've had.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Only happens at Pete's Cafe, the best of the best. Secret recipe, no any other place has it. And of course, Articulate Media Santeni Sana to all my production ladies, I can see them, and my gentleman over here, always so very serious, looking like a retired senior teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, YOLO Creative Agency, a big shout out to you. Remember, the subscription page is
By the way,
Dr. Ofweneke TV.
Your production is very good.
Asante,
Articulate Media doing a fantastic job.
Asante,
No, I know a good production when I see.
You see one, eh? It's been me, I've been mentoring
No,
them.
no, it's a production company. Just enjoy, let people have their also.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, see you again. Of course, in the next episode of Dr. Ofweneke Live. To all the ladies and to all the men, you can sort yourselves out. See you and goodbye. Dr. Burale, cheers to that.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Alright, now you can push the credits. Yeah, on this side. Push the credits on this side on the left. Yes, yes. Let them flow from up to bottom. Hiya, bye. Close the camera. Asante sana.